Hello everyone, myself Ketan Bhavsar, Assistant Professor in LJ Engineering College, Ahmedabad. For SAM 7 IC in image processing, today we deal with a live session with MATLAB 2014A. As you all know, in previous session we discussed about MATLAB, and we also perform a basic task which is related to how we can write, how we can read the images, but this all the tasks we perform in a presentation point of view. But in today's session we work on the live software, and I tried to write each and every code myself in MATLAB 2014A, and then we debugged a step-by-step programming skill and how we can use a basic command to improve our programming skill. So now we move to the topic. Now when you start your MATLAB, it's look like this basically. As you can see, this one is your current folder, this one is your workspace, this one is your command history. So it look like this basically when we start a MATLAB. Now after starting the MATLAB, we have to write down the code. But suppose we write down the code here like this, something like this: a is equal to 3, b is equal to 4, and you want to try to edit it, then you cannot edit at all. Because the reason is very clear, because command window is generally used for execution of the real-time data only. You cannot perform or you cannot write down the whole programming command window. So definitely we have to take one script, and for taking the script we have to go here and take a script. After taking a specific script, you can see it's look like this. So we have to write down like CLC, close all, and clear all. You have to write down these three commands on initial basis, because as we already discussed in last session, CLC is generally used for the clear the command window, close all is generally used to close the existing files and figures, and clear all is generally used to clear whole command. So now we want to see that, as you can see here, something like we can write down something and you want to clear it, then we write down the CLC. There you can see this command will work and clear whole the line. Similarly, you want to clear a workspace, then we have to write down clear all. So as you can see, your whole program or your whole project is clear here. So clear all is generally used when you want to clear your whole project. Close all is generally used when you want to close your existing files, figures, and plots. And CLC is generally used to clear the command window. Now suppose after writing these three lines, suppose we have to read the image, and for reading the image we have to go into the C drive, or we have to take some images and you have to paste in command or current folder. So I already paste here image like a.jpg. Fine, you can go into the my computers, and there are some images. You can take any images like this. Suppose I take my logo as our college logo as input data. So you can see as my logo, I will take the logo. So finally I just rename it for removing the complexity like this. Fine. Now I have to read that particular images. Then what exactly I have to read? I have to take one image like I is equal to I am read logo.jpg. After that, if I take one variable I is equal to I am read logo.jpg. So now what exactly you can see, when you write down a run command, or when you press on the run command, it will asking you to save the file. Suppose I have write down here practical number 1. Yes, make sure that you cannot use a space or any other alphanumerical concept. When you write down the name, you have to use underscore, you cannot use a space. So make sure this thing when you write down a name or when you provide the specific name to your file, and save. As you can see here, I just write down the run, it will run. You cannot see any error here, but you cannot see the image. But yeah, definitely you can see the image over here, as you can see. in terms of the matrix point of view, suppose I double click on this particular frame, it look like this. So as you can see, so image is also in terms of the matrix only. You can see this image size is 130 into 143 into 3, means row, column and dimension, and the data type is unsigned integer 8-bit. But now if you want to see the image, then you have to use the command, it's imshow of I. Then I save this particular file and again run. Now you can see your logo is look like, your images look like this. This image is same as this one, but this one in terms of the matrix point of view and this one is terms of the graphical point of view. Suppose you want to see the internal values of each and every pixel, because in chapter number 1 already we seen the image have a number of color shades available. It's 2 raised to the power of 24, and with help of the R, G and B we can design any type of colors. So now we go into the depth and then see im tool command is really used to show the property of image. So now after writing I have to save this file and again run it. Yeah, it's imshow file. Now you can see it's im tool file. Now you want to see the each and every pixel, then click on the pixel value. Now you can see these are the pixel values. As you can see, when I try to rotate it, it will look like this. When you use a minimize, and you can see when we want to see the particular pixel of particular place, then you can also identify like this, as you can see. So we can see each and every pixel value. As you can see, if you go to the white color, then it's near to 255, and when you near to the black, then it's near to the 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, near to 0 value. Yeah, like this. Yeah, it's near to 0. It's dark blue, so it's near to the 0 as you can see, but near to 255 or near to white, it's look like 255. So you can see the pixel value also with help of the im tool command. Now suppose after see this image, you have to convert your data into the gray format or into the color format, because see, whenever you work on a real-time data, then there are the number of noises are produced when you capture the images from the real world. Fine, for removing this noise we have to use a filter, and the filter can support only 2D data frame or 2D frames. Now you can see your image is 3D, it's look like this from here. It's multiplied by 3, so it's a 3D, or we can say it's a color image. Now for converting in gray, we have to use one command over here. It's like I1, I have to take one variable I1 RGB2 gray, and then I have to convert and take one variable I. Fine. So I convert the data into the gray format. It's look like this. Then I'm again try to show it. Then again I'm using the command imshow of I1. Now I run it. So as you can see, you only see the 2 images. We cannot see the third or color images. The reason is very clear. When you use the imshow command, then it directly take a last one figure. It will execute only last figure. But now you want to see the whole images, then each and every images, then you have to use command figure. Now you can see it's figure. As you can, this one is your original image, this one is your gray image, and this one is your pixel value. Now suppose you want to see the pixel value, then again you can fire the same command. It's like im tool of I1. It's F5 you can press for execute. As you can see now, its range, as you can see, it's near to 0 to 55 only. If you see the pixel value near the white region, it's near to 255, as you can see. So when we convert the data into the color, when we convert the data from colored to binary or grayscale, then it convert your frame into the 0 to 255, means it's fetch only a color component of red, or it fetch only the red component from R, G and B. So now you can see the difference here, the row and column dimension and the data type also same, but here you cannot see the multiply by 3 because now our data is convert from 3 dimension to the 2 dimension. Similarly, you can convert in a black and white way like this. Taking here, you cannot say take the same variable, otherwise it will be overlap. IM to BW 2 and again 2. Now you can say it's a black and white. So it's a black and white, so that's why you can see here the logical data type, because logical have only two types, 0 and 1. As you can see, 0 is equal to black and 1 is equal to white. So you can easily see and identify that what exactly the difference between gray, black and white and color images. Now suppose if you want to use some title to identify the types of images, then you can write down like this title and here original. After that, similarly you can copy this one and paste here. Similarly you can yeah, okay, it's before the im show command. Yeah, now instead of original here write down a gray and it's black and white. I just write down here in small like black and white. Okay, now no need to show a pixel value that you already seen, so I just remove it. Just a moment. As you can see, now we run the command. Okay, just a moment, it's figure I1 and I2. Save the file and run it. In original, okay, now I'm getting the idea. Now you can see original gray and black and white image. So now you can easily identify that how you can read the image, how you can convert into the gray format, how you can convert into the black and white format, and now you can see the different types of 3 images. And suppose you have to write down in one particular line, then you have to use here command subplot. Here we have 3 images, so 1, 3, 1. Similarly, here I have to take 1, 3, 2, and similarly I have to take here 1, 3, 3. So now again run this file, so you can see your 3 images in execute on